When you think of spaghetti, you probably wouldn't think of Vietnamese food, but what if I told you that there is a beloved Vietnamese fusion dish that combines spaghetti with a buttery garlic sauce that showcases both Vietnamese and Western flavor profiles? Vietnamese garlic noodles was invented by Chef Helene An in the 70s at her famed restaurant Tan Long and Crustacean. The garlic noodle dish was born out of the desire to adapt to her new surroundings while staying true to her roots. By blending traditional Vietnamese ingredients like fish sauce with Western staples like spaghetti and Parmesan cheese, she was able to create a dish that resonated with a wide audience, has endured time, and is now celebrated. So today, we're gonna make my take on Vietnamese garlic noodles, and we'll make it with shrimp to make it a complete meal. So do me a favor and make sure you like, comment, share, and save this video. Alright, y'all, remember to wash your hands. Now the first thing we'll have to do is prep our shrimp. I have about a pound of jumbo shrimp that I'm gonna depup, and the easiest way to do that is just taking a toothpick or skewer and stabbing it between the 4th and 5th abdominal segment and lifting that doo-doo straight out of there. Now once our shrimp have been depuped, we're just gonna peel the shells off. Pro tip would be to save the shells and freeze them, and then use them to make an incredible stock later. And an even bigger pro tip would be to just buy your shrimp peeled and deveined to save yourself some time if you're lazy. Once our shrimp have been processed, we'll get them into a mixing bowl, and then we'll marinate our shrimp with a tablespoon of fish sauce, a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of MSG, half a teaspoon of white pepper, and a splash of oil. We'll give that a good mix and let that vibe out in the fridge while we get the rest of our ingredients prepped. We'll start our prep with about 10 cloves of garlic, but maybe even more if you love garlic like me. I'm gonna thinly slice the garlic cloves into chips. Now, I like cutting my garlic like this for this recipe because it adds a huge burst of flavor when you bite into it. But alternatively, you can choose to finely mince the garlic up instead if you prefer. When all the garlic is cut, we'll put that to the side, and then we'll get our Parmesan cheese grated. And we'll just need about half a cup of this. And if you like this recipe and you want to learn how to make more of your favorite Vietnamese and Asian dishes, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications to stay up to date on all my latest posts. Now for a touch of class, I'm using chives today, but this can easily be swapped out for green onions instead, and we're just gonna finely chop this up. The last part of our prep is making our sauce. So to a mixing bowl, I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce, a tablespoon of dark soy sauce for the color, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, one tablespoon of fish sauce for a little bit of funk, and a tablespoon of brown sugar to round it all out. We'll give that a good mix, making sure that the sugar is fully dissolved, and then it's time to cook. We'll start with our spaghetti noodles, and you can use fresh egg noodles, fettuccine, or really whatever kind of noodles you want. But we're just gonna cook them in some salted water and follow the package's instructions and cook them to al dente. We'll reserve about half a cup of the pasta water, and then I'll drain the rest. I'm also gonna rinse the noodles with cold water to stop the cooking process, and then we'll just get that into a colander and put to the side. Now, it's time to put it all together. To a big pot, I'm gonna add in a splash of oil and a knob of butter, and the oil is just to make sure that the butter doesn't brown and burn too quickly. To that, we'll lightly fry our garlic chips for just a couple of minutes. I'm not looking for them to crisp up, I just want them to start turning a slight golden color. Then we'll remove the garlic from the pot to ensure that they don't burn. Now to that same pot, we'll add our marinated shrimp in a single layer, making sure to not overcrowd the pot. And these shrimp are gonna cook pretty quickly, just about 1 to 2 minutes on each side. And when they're about 80% cooked, we're gonna add in our spaghetti noodles, pour in our sauce, add back our fried garlic, and then add our grated Parmesan cheese. We'll give that a good mix, and then add in as much or as little of the pasta water as needed to make sure that everything is fully combined and saucy. And then to finish, we'll add in some chives and black pepper and give that one final good mix. And then it's time to plate. Now I'm serving this up on my old school Asian dish, but we'll just get some of our garlic noodles down. We'll top that with our shrimp. And then I'm gonna garnish this with some more Parmesan cheese. Chives. And fresh ground black pepper. And just like that, you've made Vietnamese garlic shrimp noodles at home. As always, the recipe and measurements are on my blog at feedthepudge.com. And if you've made it this far, let me know in the comment section, what's your favorite Asian fusion dish? Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.